The teacher on duty catches late students every day. However, one student always walks through the school gates right on the dot, which feels like an insult to the teacher. This time, the teacher is determined to catch Sakamoto. As the bell rings, the teacher quickly shuts the gate, while Sakamoto charges forward holding a bamboo pole. Seeing Sakamoto's ready stance, the teacher realizes he plans to pole vault over the gate. "Watch me swat you down." But the situation quickly turns awkward. This incredibly stylish student is named Sakamoto. While normal students walk on the ground, he stands on high vantage points, looking ahead. He erases the blackboard as if playing billiards, and even looks extraordinarily dashing when standing in the hallway as a punishment. Unable to stand him, the class delinquents throw his desk away, waiting to see him humiliate himself. Seeing him without a desk, his admirers invite him to sit with them. Sakamoto politely declines. "No, I wouldn't want to trouble anyone. This is simply too cool." Sarah refuses to give up. He waits for the moment Sakamoto is about to sit down, and snatches his chair away. Unexpectedly, Sakamoto casually sits mid-air, completely defying the laws of physics. Sarah takes a massive blow to his pride. Suddenly, a giant hornet flies in through the window. The terrified girls flee the classroom, not forgetting their good habit of closing the door behind them. Since the hornet only attacks dark, moving objects, everyone takes off their dark outer jackets, causing the girls outside to scream. Sarah thinks this is his chance to defeat the hornet and become popular with the girls. But when the hornet flies past his face, he gets so scared, he strips down to his underwear. In an instant, Sakamoto is the only one left in the classroom, still wearing his black uniform. Sarah is deeply moved, thinking Sakamoto is risking his life for everyone. Sakamoto grabs a drawing compass and faces the hornet. Now is the time. Pierce it. Secret skill, civilized dining. As everyone stares in shock, Sakamoto calmly captures and releases the hornet. The girls praise Sakamoto, while Sarah is mocked by the boys. Believing that being a clown might also make him popular, Sarah decides to become the class comic relief, and from then on, he never wears a shirt again. Meanwhile, Sakamoto still attracts the attention of the delinquents. They plan to beat him up to vent their anger, and threaten a classmate into tricking Sakamoto into the science prep room. As Sakamoto opens the door, they pull him inside, only to find that the only exit has been jammed shut from the outside with a wooden stick. The three boys surround Sakamoto. Seeing his unwavering calmness, Akin gets furious, and threatens to punch him 100 times in the face. The chubby boy suggests stripping him, and sending photos to all the girls in the class. Sakamoto finally looks at them as if looking at absolute trash. Akin becomes smug. But just as he is about to take a picture, an accident occurs. The cigarette butt they had carelessly thrown away ignites some chemical agents. The delinquents try to flee but realize the door is stuck. As the fire grows, they panic, seeing Sakamoto completely unfazed. The spiky, haired boy snaps. "How can you still act cool at a time like this?" Sakamoto walks straight toward the fire, telling them to stand back. Secret skill, repetitive side, stepping. Seeing Sakamoto doing this strange side, stepping motion, the chubby boy guesses he is trying to use intense lateral movement to generate wind and put out the fire. Though that seems physically impossible. Yet, Sakamoto's unwavering determination moves them. And miraculously, the fire seems to weaken. The delinquents strip off their shirts and join the side-stepping line. Downstairs, the loud thumping alerts the physical education teacher, who runs up to check, and finds the four doing strange movements. After the fire is extinguished, Sakamoto tells the teacher that since they caused a fire, they had to use this method to attract the teacher's attention. The delinquents finally realize Sakamoto's true intention was to save them. When the teacher asks why the other three were doing it, Sakamoto looks around, and claims he was teaching them how to use an alcohol lamp. The delinquents breathe a sigh of relief. Akin's phone rings with a picture of the moment. And he says, "I am setting this as my wallpaper." In the staff room, the teacher still holds a grudge. Sakamoto arrives exactly on time every day, using various methods, which he takes as a personal slight. He is determined to catch Sakamoto breaking a rule, and punish him justifiably. he spots Sakamoto seemingly conspiring with the delinquents. "Hey, come over here for a sec. Again, we can only smoke one with you guys." The teacher smirks. Seeing the smoke, he can't wait to punish Sakamoto. "So cool, Sakamoto, we can only blow round ones. How do you do that, tell me? We finally quit smoking, and now we're here blowing bubbles." The teacher's hopes are dashed when he sees the students playing with soap bubbles, with Sakamoto standing nearby. He prepares to scold Sakamoto anyway, but a female student stops him. It turns out Sakamoto is cleaning the ceiling, perfectly dodging the falling dust. The stunned teacher doesn't realize dust has fallen into his mouth. Back in the staff room, the teacher coughs incessantly. His next class is with Sakamoto's class, and he vows to find a chance to teach him a lesson. However, he despairingly realizes it is a health and physical education class, a subject even the most rebellious students listen to attentively. As for Sakamoto, he is paying close attention. But why does he have tableware in front of him? Since Sakamoto is still listening carefully, the teacher cannot penalize him. Suddenly, Sakamoto brings out a box of white rice. The excited teacher snaps his chalk and turns around, a wicked expression on his face, finally getting his wish because Sakamoto is about to eat the rice. But Sakamoto stops. The teacher finds it strange, but assumes it is normal since he has no side dishes. Then, he has a breakdown, as he realizes Sakamoto is using his health lecture as a side dish for the rice. When the lecture stops, Sakamoto loses his appetite. What sheer disrespect! The teacher decides to play along and continues lecturing. Sakamoto quickly takes a bite of rice. The teacher yells at Sakamoto to stand in the hallway as a punishment. Sakamoto stands up, grabs a handful of rice, and goes to the hallway. The teacher pretends nothing happened, but the moment he turns around, he breaks down. He did it. He finally feels refreshed. Later, afraid Sakamoto might be up to some new trick, he goes out to check. He sees Sakamoto feeding the rice to a dying sparrow, and finally understands Sakamoto's true intention. Moved to tears, the teacher decides never to target Sakamoto again. One day, the delinquents dig a pitfall trap and wait in the dark for their target. They are disappointed to see Sakamoto approaching. Although it is strange that he is wearing a winter coat in the summer, they figure Sakamoto won't fall for it. But he does. However, when they excitedly run to check, the hole is completely empty. Where did Sakamoto go? They split up to find the winter coat-wearing Sakamoto. "Yeah, I saw him." "Really? Where? Isn't there a pedestrian bridge over there? I saw him float right up it. I thought they had installed an elevator or something." What a brilliant pantomime performance. When was that? About 4 days ago. A high schooler in a winter uniform. "Yeah, I saw him." "Where?" "Right here in the food market." At first, I thought he was running errands for his family. But he was just wandering around the free sample stations, acting as if he were attending a standing buffet. "When was this?" "It was during a special sale about 5 days ago." The boys find a third witness. "I saw him too. He was catching fish by skipping stones." That older brother in the uniform adjusted the balance of the seesaw for me. "I saw him. He was pointing the way for a black cat over there. Not even afraid of bringing bad luck home." The delinquent roars in frustration at his own incompetence, and takes a hard fall right in front of an old lady's door. "Is the music playing boy here again?" "What? No, not the music playing boy. You mean the one in the uniform?" "Yes, he often plays music over there." Out of options, the boys sit at the trap, complaining, until a child jumps into the hole. "Mom, there is another hole inside this one." "What are you doing? You are covered in mud." There is indeed another hole inside, even though the boys only dug one. Suddenly, they see Sakamoto's button, proving the hole was dug by Sakamoto. The button slides down into the bottomless abyss. The delinquents start guessing. As everyone knows, digging a hole through the Earth's surface leads to the other side of the planet. That means Sakamoto is on the other side, in distant Brazil. Because it is currently winter in Brazil, Sakamoto was wearing a winter uniform. Akin makes a bold decision. He wants to jump into the hole. His companions try to stop him. But Akin, now a loyal fan, wants to find Sakamoto at all costs. "Sorry, I am taking a quick trip to Brazil. Sakamoto appears in a clothing store. It turns out he often goes out to play during the summer vacation. Sakamoto is so charming that even the older ladies can't resist his aura. The highly emotionally intelligent Sakamoto suddenly walks over and asks Akane how his hot spring development project is going, which diffuses the awkward atmosphere for Akane. Akane looks up at Sakamoto, realizing that despite all his efforts, he still cannot catch up to his idol. The cooking class becomes highly anticipated for the girls. Because they are paired with Sakamoto, his skilled and rapid meat, patty slapping posture makes everyone marvel at its perfection. The girls are about to start when a slug suddenly appears. Sakamoto calmly walks over, sprinkles pepper and a little white sugar on it, burying the slug completely. Seeing that the slug is full of protein, Sakamoto decides to. Time flies to the second art class. The teacher's assignment is to pair up and draw each other's faces. The girls won't waste such a great opportunity. At the teacher's command, all the girls sprint. But the class beauty, Aina, gets there first. Sakamoto-kun, let's draw together. Understood. Everyone's drawing styles are bizarre. Sakamoto looks at Aina like this. What kind of beautiful girl does Aina appear to be in his eyes? Done. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, a gorilla. It is actually a gorilla. It turns out that to Sakamoto, Aina is just a strong gorilla. Everyone gathers around and realizes Sakamoto's drawing has a deeper meaning. Turned upside down, it is an angelic figure. Aina is thrilled, realizing she is an angelic existence in Sakamoto's heart. A fire drill begins, and the entire school gathers on the field. However, during roll call, one person is missing. Someone mentions they might be in the restroom. Sakamoto rushes toward the academic building without hesitation, quickly crafting a makeshift gas mask. Akane, who had just finished using the restroom, comes out and sees everyone on the field. He is terrified. Isn't it class time? Why is everyone outside? Did something major happen? It isn't until he sees Sakamoto beside him, shaped like a caterpillar, that he gets down and asks what is going on. Sakamoto tells Akane there is no time to explain, and they must escape quickly. Hey, what is that? A kitten? No, Akane. What is wrong, Akane? I don't know. I don't know anything. More importantly, Sakamoto is still in the building. The crowd is frantic, but they don't realize that the more tense the atmosphere, the cooler Sakamoto acts. Sakamoto is seen jumping from the high building amid screams. Secret skill, fire scene zero gravity. To the cheers of the entire school, Sakamoto lands safely. Sakamoto-kun, honestly, don't make people so nervous. Hey Sakamoto, what were you thinking, making people worry like that? It is precisely with this sense of tension that it can be called an evacuation drill. This time, class beauty Aina decides to win him over. Experienced in charming boys, Aina has many tricks. Step 1. Invade Sakamoto's personal space. She decides to start from his left side. Why not the right? Because on the right, their arms would act as a barrier between them. Pardon my intrusion. Ambidextrous. Aina didn't expect this guy to be so skilled. It seems both sides are blocked. So she has no choice but to sit opposite him. Reluctantly, she brings out trick number 2, calling him by his first name. Using an intimate address quickly shortens the distance between them, but Aina doesn't know Sakamoto's full name. Ah, so annoying, she has to ask him directly. Sakamoto-kun, tell me your first name. My name, I am Sakamoto. Yen asterisk asterisk. Asterisk 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 asterisk. Encrypted communication. He has got some moves. She has to bring out her ultimate trump card. Gaining affinity by mimicking the other person's actions. Ah, since when? Wait a minute, he is too fast to mimic. This incredibly fast hand speed can only be called the absolute best. Aina is out of options. In that case, she has to use that move. Ah, I'll just have another boy teach me the homework. Ultimate trump card, playing hard to get, he took the bait. On the field, an unexpected guest arrives. Aina never expected that a dog would be more attractive than her. Why isn't it working? Every boy falls for this romantic psychology. Aina begins to doubt her own charming skills. Just when she feels helpless, she spots a Kokiri, San Ouija board game. Sharing a rapid heartbeat can make people mistake it for love. Just as Sakamoto is about to agree, two girls who admire him appear and say they want to play too. These two are definitely doing this on purpose, but Aina has to pretend to welcome them. Sakamoto decides to watch from the sidelines. First question: is Sakamoto-kun looking at Aina's book? So that was your goal. I won't let you succeed. Look, Kokuri-san says. No. Then, Kakuri-san, is Kuronuma too faced? Look, she is pushing really hard. Finally, it is Aina's turn. Who does Sakamoto-kun actually like? On this question, none of the three back down, eventually causing the coin to fly off onto the floor. Rumor has it that letting go midway brings retribution. Aina puts on a pitiful face. Save me, Sakamoto-kun. Sakamoto-kun gets possessed, demanding the girls build a torii gate within 20 minutes, or he will take this body back to the mountains. But that is completely impossible. Seeing Sakamoto-kun about to leave, the two girls decide to use desks and ask Aina for help. Aina acts delicate, saying she can't lift heavy things. The black-haired girl angrily accuses her. Do you want Sakamoto-kun to return to nature? After expressing their disdain, they begin the strenuous task of building the torii gate. Sakamoto-kun stands aside, licking his wrist. In a moment of carelessness, a desk falls toward the black, but Aina catches it just in time. Aina proudly states she is only doing this to help Sakamoto-kun, and it has nothing to do with them. Soon, the torii gate is built, and Sakamoto-kun leaps to the top. Oh my, where exactly is this? Ah, it is a success. Welcome back, Sakamoto-kun. Honestly, Sakamoto-kun, Aina was so scared. Heh, you sure have the nerve to say that. However, the two girls feel they can get along well with Aina. They grab Aina's arms and bid farewell to Sakamoto-kun together. Left alone, Sakamoto-kun says, My secret skill, scene restoration. You thought he was taking an elevator? He is actually just walking. With his miraculous, stylish techniques, Sakamoto-kun has won the worship of all the girls in the school. This causes dissatisfaction for Hayabusa, an older student. He looks at Sakamoto-kun, hoping he will show some respect. Sakamoto-kun takes out some modeling clay for art class, presses his face into it, and gives it to Hayabusa. Wow, he literally gave him face. Suddenly, all the girls around them stand up and rush toward him like wild animals. Could his little trick earlier have been the signal to attack? Has this class already been dominated by this man? Actually, the girls are just obsessed with their idol. Hayabusa leaves a harsh remark, telling him to go to the riverbank at line 2 after school. But today is Sakamoto-kun's turn for cleaning duty. Hayabusa's lackeys know he has no reason to fight their senior one-on-one, so they steal Sakamoto-kun's shoes while he goes to the restroom. Seeing his shoes missing, Sakamoto-kun takes out a black marker and draws a new pair of indoor shoes on his feet. This guy is too hard to deal with. Seeing the girls need a ruler to put up posters, they steal Sakamoto-kun's ruler in advance. At this moment, the physical education teacher walks by. Is there anything in the world straighter than the PE teacher's buzz cut? The lackeys have a headache. They simply cannot anger Sakamoto-kun. Then Kubota-kun walks by, and they get a new idea. When Sakamoto-kun finds him, Kubota-kun forces a smile and says he got a new haircut. Sakamoto-kun praises it, saying it suits him. Ah, it is so strange. Why am I feeling sad over hair that is already gone? Sakamoto-kun takes off his suspenders and carefully crafts a stylish wig for him, while he goes to retrieve Kubota-kun's individuality. At the riverbank, Hayabusa sees Sakamoto-kun's dangerous gaze and decides to strike, but is stopped by a nearby police officer. The officer scolds them, saying street fighting is a crime. To everyone's surprise, Sakamoto-kun says they are playing a push-hands game. Ha ha ha, how nostalgic. Do you think I am an idiot? Please, begin your performance. Hayabusa just wants to get it over with, but Sakamoto-kun is entirely serious. Hayabusa immediately takes a boxing stance. His rapid attacks force Sakamoto-kun to lean backward, seemingly securing victory. Unexpectedly, Sakamoto Kun starts swinging his arms. And the centrifugal force from the high-speed rotation allows him to stand firmly. It starts to rain, and the two are evenly matched. However, Hayabusa, lacking the proper technique, soon runs out of stamina and gets splashed by a passing car. Sakamoto, Kun decides to end the match. Secret skill, standing completely still. No one understands his intention. Only the police officer secretly guesses. On such an open beach, striking a tall and pointed lightning rod pose. Is he trying to summon lightning? The lackeys panic and tell their senior to retreat temporarily, because they were the ones who took Sakamoto, Kun's precious thing. Distracted, Hayabusa freezes. It turns out Sakamoto is just hailing a taxi, because if they keep fighting, Hayabusa will catch a cold. Hayabusa admits defeat and tells Sakamoto, Kun to make a demand. That makes sense. Then, would you accompany me to buy ingredients for dinner? Yoshinobu, you have a guest. Sorry, I don't want to see anyone right now. That guy is super handsome. I am sorry, my junior caused you trouble. This man originally came to be a private tutor. Upon their very first meeting, Kubota's mother, Shigemi, fell madly in love with him. To become beautiful, she spent a fortune on a beauty machine, completely forgetting that her husband was still alive. Kubota, Kun is terrified. If this continues, father and son will have to move out. Therefore, future tutoring sessions have to be conducted in secret. But the sharp-eyed Shigemi quickly notices something is wrong. She opens the shoe cabinet and pulls out Sakamoto, Kun's shoes. She concludes that Sakamoto, Kun must be in Kubota's room. Just as Shigemi is puzzled, Sakamoto, Kun uses agile movements to jump to the opposite room. The faint noise is caught by Shigemi, and she calls out Sakamoto, Kun's name in a sweet voice. I won't do anything. Come out quickly. Sakamoto, Kun naturally doesn't believe her. He throws an eraser at the curtains, using the blinding light to obscure Shigemi's vision, and quickly leaves. Shigemi doesn't give up. Instead, she grows more excited. She carefully searches every corner of the house, but unfortunately, she keeps missing Sakamoto, Kun. Just as it seems Sakamoto, Kun has dodged a bullet. Kubota, Kun's phone call breaks the silence. Aha! My makeup! My makeup! Shigemi doesn't even bother wiping her face, and pushes the door open to give chase. She finds cute little footprints on the floor, leading to the balcony. Little darling, you have nowhere to run. But when she opens the door, she only sees a rope, unaware that this is just Sakamoto, Kun's decoy. Seeing Shigemi's heartbroken expression, Sakamoto, Kun realizes he must completely sever this fateful connection. He looks at the image on Shigemi's television and realizes he looks a lot like the Korean drama male lead on screen. So, Sakamoto, Kun reveals himself voluntarily. I have something I must explain to you, Sakamoto, Kun. Shigemi sadly asks him to come out, but Sakamoto, Kun states that he does not belong to this world, and the two of them can ultimately never be together. Shigemi is overwhelmed with grief. If I hadn't seen Sakamoto, Kun hiding behind the television, I almost would have believed it too. Afterwards, their paths temporarily diverge. Kubota, Kun recalls it like this. This is my mother's sweet and painful love story. Despite looking beautiful as a flower, this girl is a secret photographer. Taking advantage of Sakamoto, taking off his shoes, she pulls out her camera and snaps away. Succeeding in her endeavor, the girl is overjoyed. But when she develops the photos, she discovers there is always a ghost in the corner. Coincidentally, her friends are talking about ghost murder cases. So she decides to tell Sakamoto, Kun. Sakamoto, Kun, well, actually. But the girl suddenly realizes that if she tells Sakamoto, her unique hobby will be exposed, and her beloved Sakamoto might hate her. Seeing the girl stay silent for a long time, Sakamoto says he has to go. The girl is still hesitating. But just then, the green cleaning cart slides out on its own. What is that, Sakamoto, Kun? Ah, that is a hoverboard. You can ride a hoverboard to change classrooms. You've got to be kidding me, that is allowed. It must be a ghost. The girl is convinced a ghost wants to kill Sakamoto, and she must do something to warn him. So she pretends to interview Sakamoto, asking if he feels anything very abnormal happening around him. Indeed, there is. Kubota, Kun's hair has grown longer. The faucet suddenly makes a noise. Sakamoto goes to check it and discovers an unbelievable scene. Ah, hair. Sakamoto. Kun, where are you going? Wait, where is Sakamoto? Kun taking that creepy hair. Amazing, only Sakamoto, Kun would dare to handle it like that. The girl is so frightened she collapses on the floor. But the ghost still hasn't done anything. Downstairs, the boys are bumping hips, which is unfortunately witnessed by the girl. Such a rare event definitely needs to be photographed. The girl immediately turns on burst mode. Great. Again, just like that. Sakamoto, Kun, Ina, good job on the match, please taste this later. The sudden appearance of Ina deals a heavy blow to the girl. Others can approach Sakamoto, openly, while she can only hide in dark corners, secretly watching. Perhaps she is more like a ghost herself. The girl quickly pulls out her camera to check the photos. Sure enough, the ghost is still there. But her mouth seems to be telling her something. The girl reads along. No way, this is. The result terrifies her. And she immediately runs to the print shop to develop the photos. The girl goes frantic, and rushes straight to Sakamoto. Sakamoto, Kun, please look at this. Look, she is saying I like you. Wait, doesn't this turn into a super disgusting confession? No, it is not like that. A ghost is attached to Sakamoto, Kun, but she is not dangerous. She just wants to convey her strong feelings to you. Class rep, could you help me carry these photocopies? It is over. He absolutely hates me. Right. I have to go carry the photocopies. Sakamoto grabs half the papers with his mouth. I can only say, this posture is quite cool, but a bit hard on the mouth. Thank you. Thank you for always liking me. A strong gust of wind blows by, taking away the papers and Kubota's flowing long hair. But from then on, the girl never hides in dark corners to secretly photograph Sakamoto again, choosing instead to take pictures openly. And honestly, the ghost also never appears again. Legend has it that there is a door leading to the adult world in the video rental store. 3 underage delinquents are deeply attracted to it, wanting to go inside and completely let themselves loose. Even though the boys stole an adult's membership card, they still don't have the guts to enter that mysterious door. The sudden appearance of Sakamoto catches their attention. The 3 come up with a perfect plan and coerce Sakamoto into borrowing a mature video for them. To enter, they must not be discovered by anyone. They need to use the gap when the wind blows the curtain open to rush in. Understanding the situation, Sakamoto circles the bookshelves. The 3 notice something is off. Sakamoto uses his own rotation to create air circulation, which blows open the mysterious curtain. Now's the time. Akin is incredibly excited. Sakamoto's entry speed is extremely fast. Even I couldn't see him, let alone a can. As expected of Sakamoto, Kun, so sharp. 2.5 minutes pass. And the 3 have waited a long time. Just then, Sakamoto strides out with an imposing swagger. Everyone quickly continues to guide Sakamoto. It turns out there are 3 girls from their class in the store. Getting caught would be hard to explain. Therefore, he must follow the planned route to reach the checkout counter directly. Sakamoto pulls through flawlessly. His high IQ allows him to navigate by echolocation. And he successfully reaches the checkout. But the next step is the most crucial, pretending to be an adult. Otherwise, he cannot rent it. Sakamoto takes out a marker and writes something on his hand. The cashier happens to be a rookie, a stroke of luck. But just as it is Sakamoto's turn, a middle-aged man steps up, unexpectedly. The store manager. The manager looks at the membership card in his hand, which clearly does not resemble the man in front of him. But when Sakamoto looks at his wrist, there is a drawn Rolex. Could you please hurry up? I have to meet my next client, and time is running out. Rushed by Sakamoto, the manager loses his bearings. And the boys successfully get what they want. Seeing Sakamoto's fearless spirit, Akin decides to invite Sakamoto home to watch the movie. Hey, Sakamoto, come watch it at my place. However, for the first time, they see Sakamoto, Kun bid farewell in a panic. The trio is in disbelief. Could it be that even Sakamoto, Kun hasn't touched upon that realm yet? For a moment, the restricted movie in their hands seems to grow heavier. They decide to acquire some knowledge in health class first.